Hey, this is MassX with a brand new Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade video for Global. And we are going to talk about, we're getting the release of 2 banners right after maintenance in approximately 12 hours or so, give or take. And we're going to talk about those characters. And the first one we're going to talk about is the elephant in the room, and one that I hope people understand is actually a good thing, and that is the release of Kamo in the Momo banner. And why do I say that's a good thing? Well, in the first 6 months of the Japanese version of the game, there are a lot of characters, and I've said this before, that you really don't care about. And guess what? Kamo is one of them. So the fact that it's being put into the Momo banner and the rates aren't increased on it, so you're more likely to get Momo, is a good thing because you don't really care or want this character. Just a quick breakdown of the character, just so you're aware. The character is a blue type character and the focus is on Jujutsu, but the characteristic of this character is when flowing red scale state deactivates, increases own damage received. His skill 1 deals 100% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy. If flowing red scale state is active, increases own damage by 15.8%. This is all at level 1. At skill 2, flowing red scale increases own taijutsu damage by 30.4%, increases own jujutsu damage by 25.2%, activates flowing red scale state that lasts for 3 turns, and recovers own cursed energy by 5 every turn for 3 turns. His skill 3, Slicing Exorcism, deals 135.2% range jujutsu damage to the selected enemy during flowing red scale status. Chain skill effect into deals 135.2% ranged jujutsu damage to all enemies, so goes to AoE. And the ultimate Piercing Blood for this character deals 830% ranged jujutsu damage to the selected enemy. If flowing red scale state is active, it increases own damage by 30%. And the combo ultimate effect for this character increases own and combo allies damage by 10% for 2 turns, deals 100% range jujutsu damage to the selected enemy, and of course that will scale with dupes. And as you can see, this is a character that really doesn't have much upside compared to the other characters currently out, nor does it really come into any usefulness down the road. So yeah, so this is not a bad thing. I hope they keep putting these very lackluster characters into these banners, because again, these are not limited banners, so they will at some point come into the general pool as well as other areas to get them. So that really makes life easier and is something to probably clean up some of those very skippable banners early on in Japan. Now, in reference to the other character in the banner, of course, Momo, that is a blue type character that focuses Jujutsu with that character. Its characteristic is if own HP is 60% or below, grants evasion status to self for 2 times, and it's only 1 time per battle. The skill 1, Windblade, deals 100% range jujutsu damage to the selected enemy at level 1, increases the selected enemy's damage received by 15.4% for 2 turns. /3 times. So yes, this character now is different. This is a very solid character. If I was free to play or a light spender, would I be pulling on this banner? Hell no, but she is a good character for what she does. That skill 2, Tailwind, increase all allies damage by 41.7%, and that's for 2 turns. Increases all allies break damage by 20%. So yes, again, you can see where this character is going. It's a support character, and every one of her skills is actually pretty darn good. The skill 3 is increase all allies critical hit rate by 30.7%, and that's for 2 turns. Increases all allies critical hit damage by 20.1% for 2 turns, and decreases all enemies critical hit resistance by 30%, and that's also for 2 turns. And the ultimate for her, she deals 420% range jujutsu damage to all enemies, 6 hits, decreases the selected enemy's ultimate count gauge by 1, which is very cool, and stuns all enemies for 1 turn. So yeah, solid character. I mean, let's be honest. She's every one of her skills and her ultimate are going to be assisting your team, is what you want in a support character. And the combo ultimate effect, increase own and combo allies Jujutsu damage by 20%, deals 100% range Jujutsu damage to all enemies. So yes, very good character, very solid support, especially at this time in the game, and she continues to be useful to this day in the game. Would I pull for her if I was free to play? No. Would I pull for her if I was a light spender? No. So pretty simple. This is a pretty much skip banner for both of those characters, as well as the recollection. Now for the other banner that's going to be releasing, we've got, of course, a new Yuji, and he's type red, focuses taijutsu. The characteristic for this particular character is resistant to poison and soul damage. When a critical hit is performed, increases own critical hit rate. When a black flash is performed, increases own taijutsu damage. And the kit for this character, the skill 1 Cursed Energy Punch, deals 120% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy. For skill 2, Let's Go All Out, increases own critical hit rate by 40.1% for 3 turns, and increases all allies break damage by 30.3%. Very solid skill 2 on that one. For skill 3, Drop Kick, deals 220.1% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy, increases own taijutsu damage by 25%, and fills own ultimate skill gauge by 160. And the ultimate for this character deals 860% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy, increases the selected enemy's taijutsu damage received by 30.7% for 3 turns. And the ultimate skill will always perform a black flash, which is super nice. And the combo ultimate effect increases own and combo allies taijutsu damage by 20%, and that's for 3 turns. Deals 100% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy. And the auto skills for this character, Sukuna's Vessel, at the start of battle, grants poison and soul resistance to self. Now this character is incredibly solid also, like Momo. Is it necessary? No, it is not. Is this character still viable in Japan? Yes, it is, but there are, of course, at this point in time, much better Yujis to use, in particular the anniversary one, but it's a solid character. He helps himself out, does good damage, you get the ultimate with Black Flash. You know, it's a good character. Is it worth pulling on if you're free to play? No. Is it necessary? No. Not at all. So these two banners are both pretty much skips for most people, unless you purely are collecting, or you're a whale and you're just going to spend, period. It doesn't make a difference what anybody says or what the developers do in the game. It is that straightforward with this set of banners. I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole if I was free to play or a light spender, because quite honestly, in 3 to 4 more days, we have Purple Hollow Gojo. And if you were going to pick on any of these banners, or I should say pull on any of these banners, that's who I would personally go for, and we'll do a separate video on him. But even then, it's not a necessary pull, like I keep reiterating. The frustration with all these banners, I completely understand. But I'm also gonna say, if they keep up what they're doing, this is all not going to matter in a few months. There's so many better characters that are going to be coming down the pike that, yes, if we were at the snail's pace of Japan when it started, yeah, I would be recommending grabbing Momo possibly. In particular, out of the 3, I prefer Momo because support is king in this game. And if you've got solid DPS, then you know what? Just get stronger support. That goes a long way. But that's my 2 cents for it. So if you do pull for these banners, good luck. If you don't sweat it, honestly. So with that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.